And a very good evening to you, everybody. Welcome on in. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on at least YouTube. Maybe Twitch also, maybe not Twitch also. Couldn't get that to work. Sometimes your systems and your services just don't play nice with one another, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ain't that the way? We got some Balatro for you tonight. Some nice chill Balatro, as one does. Welcome on in, come on down. Nice to see ya. I'm Lou, I'm Cheatspeak if I didn't say that, and we're going to play some Balatro for you. We haven't played Balatro in a bit. I just said that, Xerox, but yes, Twitch is super busted. You can chat for sure, you can't watch. No idea why. No troubleshooting seemed to do it, so I'd highly suggest YouTube instead. Well, there's one way to find out. Work with me here. Come on now. All right, let's have a little Balatro fun. The dice camera's in play, as is always the case. Exclamation point D20 will roll one of these puppies, and you know how ridiculous that gets. So, options open. Let's play some Balatro. I've been very much into the checkered deck recently, which is where you just have, and we're going to start a new run on it, 26 spades and 26 hearts. We're going to do that. So we're about halfway up the difficulty tree at this point with it. I think we have, yeah, up to black stake, shops, can be churnal jokers. Let's get right in and settle on in and see what we got here. Now we can see there. So you can talk on Twitch, but you can't watch on Twitch. That's what a conundrum. So this is just Flush City, right? Boom. Easy it's already done. What more could you possibly need? Oh, it's been we haven't Balatroed in a minute. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. This is nice. I needed something, candidly. I needed something like really quick and easy that we could get up and running streaming tonight, because I was at a soccer game not more than an hour ago. Got home like 15-20 minutes ago, so I was like, what are we gonna do here tonight? Want to do something a little more PAX West related, because we are just about a week away, if you can believe it, from that show. And that is shaping up to be a wild one. So I hope y'all are ready for some ridiculous stuff coming out of West, because we already have a bunch of fun things ready for you. We got the exclamation point D20 over. Oh, are the lights not working either? Everything's busted tonight. I don't know. Damn. Yeah, Lumia Stream's not here either. All right, well, just gonna have to keep an eye out for that. First roll of the night is... yeah, that's a 1. Boom, boom, boom. That means, unfortunately, we're banished to the bad place, which is where we haven't seen this in a while. I need a separate music cue just to go to the bad place. This is where, as you can see, the consequences of the rolls get a lot more intense. They get more ridiculous. Time for things is doubled or halved or whatever. It gets very strange. So we are now banished to the bad place until we roll a 20 to get out of here. And if you do happen to roll a 1, we are fully set up for chaos right out of the gate. Oh, goody. All right. Well, that's gonna... we haven't bad placed in a while either, so that's gonna bring up all sorts of sus activity, I'm sure. So get your rolls in, folks. Like I was saying before, I was just looking for something reasonably chill to stream tonight, because again, we were out at a soccer game until just recently. Sarah and I. And I did want to do something that was a little more West related, but you gotta quite literally play the cards you're dealt sometimes. We need a flusheroo out of here. So that's the thinking, and we're gonna roll with it. Ooh. But why would we do that? Well, we could do that. So the lights are good on. Oh, my bow's back. There's a Vinny. Hi, Vinny. We're chilling, and we're already in the bad place. So we got to do a D20 from Xerox here, out of the bad place. That is an 18, and that is double hold that T-pose. Okay. So that's gonna mean we're gonna roll the D100 for seconds, times that by 2, whatever the result is, and that's how long I have to hold the T-pose for. That's gonna be 140 seconds? Oh, God, so that's over 2 minutes of T-posing. Oh, goody. Which means I can't really play while we're T-posing either, so that means you all get to stare at whatever hand I have queued up here for 2 minutes and 20 seconds of T-pose. This is indeed the bad place. All right. This is going to be my arm exercise for the night, too. I didn't need to go to the gym. I'm out of discards, so that's not super helpful here. I might fail out of this already. No, we're good. Okay. So we don't confuse people. I did just turn Twitch off, like straight up. I do not know why that's not happening. So this is going to be a YouTube exclusive for tonight. So while we take a look at this, we're going to T-pose now for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, joy. Starting now. Do I have to stand up and do it? Do I have to go all the way back there? I will. While my hands are up. Oh, God. And it'll follow me. Camera. Camera, please. Hi, I'm over here. Can you hear me? What if someone just walks in on this stream? No idea what's going on. This is their first time on the channel and they just come into this. This is martyrdom. This is everything you've wanted and more, is it not? All the way, I can't even read chat. I don't know what's happening. We're not even a minute in. This is the bad place. I didn't ask for this. Who are you? Oh, man. How we all doing tonight? Feeling good? Happy about our lives? That's good. Happy for you. Oh, man. 1 minute to go. This is crazy. 100 right off the bat, we have just some. Like, this is just. I'm in airplane mode. Look at this. How delightful for me. I love this journey for me. His tries are on fire. Oh man, 30 seconds. I really did not need the gym tonight. This is delightful. Watch that roll again. I don't know that I can do it again. We can. We don't want to. If necessary. Flap, flap, flap in the breeze. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Whew. That was almost too much fun. Airplane mode indeed. Okay. Was that audible back there? I hope so. I hope today wasn't lat day. Today was supposed to be chest and arms and treadmill, but I did none of that. We lost viewers with that. That's the way we do it. Alrighty, let's. I do love when these appear twice as often, so we're gonna pop that and we will keep on here. I mentioned this before, but I did have to shut off Twitch for the night because it was not, you could chat, but you couldn't watch. I have no idea why that was. We still don't have any jokers up here, so that's maybe an issue. Possibly an issue. Still got out of there, and now we need money. We put ourselves in a bad spot. I see that. Is the YouTube like hiccuping too? Because it's been saying like Hypocritic GG is here multiple times. Need money. So hopefully not. That is a lot of hiccuping, is it not? I don't make the rules. So it's just a bad technology night, I think, is the lesson we're learning here. All right, so I have no money. We're kind of backed into a corner here. Let's see. Creates a rare Joker set. I mean, that's about as good as we're going to do here. Upgrade the level of the... Ooh! All right. We can get away with that. I want to upgrade flush, but I need a flush to do that first. That might be just enough to help us here. Bad tech and bad dice. Everything is just falling into place for us, isn't it? We got another D20 coming in hot. Got a straight flush over here. No. See, the lights aren't running with the... Oh, man. All right, that's fine. Off to the bad place we go. Can't wait for this one. Shaky, shaky. That's a 6. Get uncomfortable. I haven't had to do that in a while. So what does that even mean? Ban me. I'd have to figure that out. Okay, how do I get uncomfortable here? You gotta roll a 1 to get the ban. Calling it upon yourself. Is that gonna be enough to do it? I guess I'll like squat for a while. That wasn't enough. Okay, we tempted fate. New run here. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm squatting now. You can see the chair we're gonna put away. Hanging out in the background there. So we're just squatting here. I guess we're just uncomfortable for a bit. And that's how it's gonna be. There's no timer on that one, so I don't know how long I stay uncomfortable for. But I do love, this is the fun part of center stage, the camera tech on the iPhone here, because it'll follow me around no matter how uncomfortable I need to get. The T-pose looks pretty uncomfortable. You could do that again. Nice try. My calves are having it today. If first hand of round is a single... Okay, that's a weird one. But we get a polychrome on it, so I guess that's fine. All right, I'm getting up. Eek. Is it a proper Slav squat, or do you squat like American Pig? I don't know what that means, so I can't answer. All I can assure you is if it's anything like the rest of how my body works, my form is very poor. A D20 from Vinny over here. So that one worked. I guess the lights are just funking out too. Alrighty. That's a 19, and that is aggressive self-sabotage. Oh, man. So normally, in, like, cart, we would have to play blindfolded or wait for everything to pass by. How do I aggressively self-sabotage in Balatro? How about we have to discard the first 2 usable hands that we have, that we would normally score with. So in this case, we got to discard the first 2 flushes. Is that enough? We can only spend money on things that don't help us? We can get creative. So at minimum, I will... Or we have to waste, like, the first 2 hands. How about that? So after this one... I like that. Not an... Okay, so maybe we'll do that. Okay, so we can't get... For the rest of this run, we have to discard the first 2 usable hands, and I can't get any, like, obviously helpful... Do we want to go just jokers, or do we want to restrict, like, no planet cards? Or if we do get planet cards, they have to be not flushes, basically. Let's see. I can play against this one, too, so now I have 0 mult, and that kind of helps. Alright, so we have to discard the first 2... I didn't even discard it. Another D20... Oh, boy, we're going to be whacking this one hard tonight. Lucky me. There's your ban! Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. So the one is the temp ban, so let me figure out... How do I do that on YouTube? Well, I guess first of all, it has to be under the Hippo account, right? And then put in timeout. I didn't say how long. Let's say 10 minutes. Xerox has been timed out for 10 minutes and all of the chats deleted. So there's that. They're all still going to show up on the side, though. All right, so we discarded the one. Let's discard the other one. Okay, that's pretty sabotagey. And Twitch is down, too, so it's not like you can just go flop over onto a different account. Gotcha. That's the risk you run. Should have been 30 minutes, maybe. We only have $1. That came in late. That was for that D20, I think. Everything. She's just broken tonight, yo. I don't even know. Better now than later. We do have some fun programming notes coming up for the days and weeks ahead. So if you'll stay with us for all of that information, that'll be good. Alrighty, well. Gotta play that one first, and then once we get a usable flush, we gotta discard it. And another usable flush, so we gotta discard it. That's not a playable hand. Oh, man. I think we might have sabotaged our way right out of this. Here we go. Yeah, wow. Well, that's that, I guess. Now we'll absolve ourselves of that now that the run is over and we gotta start. That could come in at any time, and the self-sabotage could kick in whenever. So that's the risk you run. Now we're gonna do this properly. Who wants some programming notes? I'll give you some. So it's gonna be a busy week here on the channel if you haven't sniffed that out already. Yesterday we put up a brand new review for y'all of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Hope you had a chance to take a look at that one and were enjoying it. I'm pretty proud of how that came together just from strictly from a production standpoint. I thought it was pretty good. Had some fun little jokes in there. Proud of some of those jokes. So we like that. Tonight is obviously a chill little Balatro night, and then tomorrow is going to be another stream. So we're going to have another stream for you tomorrow night, probably around the normal time, 9-10 p.m. Eastern, and I can't tell you what it is yet. It is a secret stream that we'll announce probably, you know, on the social media and in the Discord, !Discord, tomorrow at some point. So you'll know what's coming. So it'll be a surprise until then, but I can't tell you. I would if I could, but I can't. That's what we want. But it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. And that will lead into another fresh review that we're gonna have for you. Brand new. Early next week. And then that'll roll us into PAX West coverage pretty well. So we have tonight's stream, we have tomorrow's mystery stream, and then we have probably one more stream next week before we kick things off at PAX proper. Coverage will be immaculate and intense as usual. We are, as you probably saw in the intro roll if you were watching, we are once again partnered with LandFest to do a charity stream from the charity stream zone. This time at PAX West, we did that back in May with them and raised a few $100s for Child's Play. This time we're raising for LandFest specifically, this time around. Still a very noble and worthy cause. We'll be talking more about what that means in terms of what they do and how you can support it as we get closer to it. I think we still have to announce our time slot and all the things that we're going to be doing, what we're going to be streaming, all the rewards that are going to be on deck, and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned for that. We have a couple of fun games and pieces of coverage lined up for PAX already, and the coverage continues to crystallize as we get closer. So we will have the normal full schedule of stuff for you. So that will be fun. So lots coming up. The next couple of weeks are going to be quite busy for Ol Hippo here, and if you'd seen on the YouTube as well, and I'll confirm that it's still the case and we didn't just start bleeding subscribers for no reason, we are still above 500 subs, which is amazing and very gratifying for us. Yeah, remember, this is a spare time endeavor for everyone who works on the channel. Myself, Baloney, Sari. This is not our full-time gig by any means. We do not really make money from this. As a matter of fact, we spend a lot of money and sink a lot of money into the stuff that we do here for the channel. So to have even that many people along for the ride is excellent. And if you are one of those and you're watching, we'd so deeply appreciate it. At some point down the road, maybe after PAX, once all that kind of settles down, we will more than likely do some sort of celebration. Because you celebrate those milestones. You definitely do. When you're this small a channel. So we will certainly get there. Let's see. We always like money. So that'll work. Play only one hand. Just roll ourselves into a higher opportunity here. Got it. And by a large margin, so that's good. If you do need ways to keep up with us, of course, that's easy too. I think in our roles you have both our Blue Sky and our Discord QR codes you can scan. !Discord. The Fancy Otter has a D20 coming. Hi, the Fancy Otter. Here's our D20. We're in the bad place right now, which means that anything that we roll is going to be even more substantial and probably more painful for me than it usually is, and that's a 10. So that's more dabs. Okay, so we have dabs, but now we're doing more dabs, so we're rolling 2d6, and actually, I'm going to have to pull out my second set of dice for that. to add up how many we're going to roll. We like to roll them both at once. And I have the nice dice, the fancy dice. We might as well use them. Look at that. Look at those. Look at them colors. We got 2d6 coming out. For the 6 plus 2, we've got 8 dabs coming your way, courtesy of the Fancy Otter. Oh boy. Shall we? 1 dab, 2, 3, 4. And that's 8 dabs for you. Thank you for that. I guess we'll take this. We want cards in the deck, of course. Gives us more ammo for both of these blue jokers now that we have them duplicated. None of these are gonna help, as you might expect. We'll keep it going. But yes, my pal's dabbing his life away. Stop! It's... Oh, that's not even the right suit. Why did I pick that one? Did I have any reasonable options there? Oh, we got another D20 coming in from Vinny. Oh, man. Here we go again. I wish the lights weren't screwed up. I don't know what cursed being is hovering over the tech tonight, but nothing's working. 16. It's story time. All right, so we're known for telling stories here on the channel, just off the top of our heads. Of course, those topics have to come from you, and that's going to be for a total of... I'm going to roll the 1d100 times that by 2, and that will be the number of seconds that I have to speak extemporaneously about whatever topic Vinny queues up for us. So, Vinny, you got to choose the topic. Here's the number of seconds we're going to roll for it, and... That's an 80... Yeah, it was an 80, so that's 160 seconds. So that's almost 3 minutes. We have to talk on a particular topic off the top of my head. Vinny, give us the story we're telling. Set up the prompt. And I'm gonna have to roll with it for 160 seconds. Oh dear. These are much more extreme rolls than I think we're even used to on here. So that's something. We'll wait for that topic to come through for you. And then we'll do it. In the meantime, we'll just keep scoring flushes. That's the whole point of this deck. Love a little chip bonus. Some more malt would really be helpful, and maybe we'll work on that. Now that we're up there in money at $50-some, we don't need the Golden Joker as badly. This is fake, chat. The time you got perma-banned from Halo matchmaking. All right, so a fictional story of... the time I got perma-banned from Halo matchmaking. Can I chat yet? Yay, ban me again. Oh, we're just going all out here tonight. Oh, we got another D20. All right, I'm gonna queue that up because I need to tell my story first. All right, so the time I got perma-banned from Halo matchmaking for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 2 minutes 40 seconds. Ready and go. You know me, just your casual average gamer out there on Xbox Live in 2009, 2010, 2008, whatever the time was. Halo 3 was the order of the day, and boy, I was an absolute menace. I was too good. And this is going to be a story about how when I got perma-banned from Halo matchmaking, I was too good. Bungie had to step in, come over to my house, unplug my internet, throw the Xbox out the window. Kid, you're too good. You're destroying our game. We can't do this anymore. We can't keep up. Marty is crying at his desk each and every night. Stop it, for the love of the children. Won't someone think of the children? How did it happen, you ask? I really was too good. I earned recon in Halo 3 within 5 minutes. of the game launching. No one thought it was possible. Everyone said, oh, hey, that looks really cool. How'd you do it? I said, I'm the greatest. They said, you unlocked it because you're the greatest? I said, yeah, they believed me. I went into games and I teabagged like I was the Lipton factory. I can tell you that right now. And it was a wonderful time for everyone involved because, of course, when you're out there teabagging everyone, you're like, oh my God, this guy's got no manners. This guy's got no skills. What's going on? I had the most skills. I earned every teabag. No one complained. No one had any particular thoughts on it because I was so good. What's there to complain about? The balls stuffed in my face by an absolute legend. I'm honored, sir and or madam. Please continue. Now, the beatings did continue until morale improved, which was substantial and early on, because as my notoriety grew, Bungie took notice, and boy, did they. I started to infiltrate their dev tests. I started to pop up around the office. People knew my name. People knew my face. They would see me online. They would cower in fear and quite literally disconnect Xbox Live entirely. Entire developers could no longer bear to play this game because I was such a menace. 40 kills in a row, 45 kills in a row. I would put the entire team on my back, go to 50. I would score 10 points and capture the flag in one game. It's not even possible. I'm that good. Again, Marty in absolute shambles. So they come over to my house, an entire brigade of them, every developer, sweaty and stinky and clean, high up, low down, everywhere in between. They took my Xbox 360. Almost made a shrine out of it. They brought lights, they brought a pedestal to put it on, but then they realized, no, this power cannot be allowed to roam free. It cannot be worshipped. It cannot be on this planet any longer. Thrown out the window of my 47-story penthouse apartment, all the way down to the floor, all the way down to the sidewalk. It bursts open with a grunt birthday party explosion. Yay! And everyone's kind of looking around. Oh, what happened? The king is dead. Long live Recon. That is time. Was that turtley enough for the Turtle Club for you, Vinny? That was a special one, I think. How does he do it? They locked down the whole office, but my pal had door hacks. Just walking around the cafe like, you sup? I did. There's only two disciplines in the world, love and fear, and boy did they fear me. All right, we have a bad place dice roll. I used to work at Xbox. I can verify all of this. Very impressive. When it slammed off the floor, it rained Mountain Dew for no less than 37 days and nights. You got banned again! Get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen. Xerox summons the ones, as she always does. I can believe it because her rolls, if you've ever seen our sim streams, are absolutely gnarly and just obscene. So you're going to wallow in that for like a hot second. And I think I'm going to half-hour temp ban you this time. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Sneaking in another one at the end. That is a 30-minute timeout. All right, we'll give them that last one. But now if it is something that we need their response for, we can't get it. So I'll have to executive decision that one. That's a 13. That is the most dabs. Oh, Jesus. I have to do 2 D12s simultaneously for a potential maximum of 24 dabs, ladies and gentlemen. This was supposed to be a chill stream. What are we doing here? We have 2 D12s. Courtesy of Dispel Dice. Not sponsored by Dispel. Just love their dice. That is 17 dabs in total. Xerox leaves us with a barn burner here. I don't think I've ever dabbed this much. Yeah, what if it was another one? Then I guess she's banned for the rest of the night. I don't know. All right, I have 17 dabs to do. I don't know that I've dabbed this much in all of my time, but here we go. 2, 3. I will never. Ah, my arms. 10, 11. It's too many. 13. Oh, please help. What? I don't even know which way to look. 15, 16, 17. Oh, my arms are gonna be falling off. This is the perfect time for someone to say it. I don't know who's gonna say it, but it's gonna be status on the arms. Spaghetti already. We are not gonna hit this one, are we? I don't think we are. That might have come at a good time. I just don't think we have enough malt here to do it. Even with that, because these bonuses will get less and less. 4,000. I don't think we're making this one. Royal flush. It's as good as we're gonna do. Slams. Yeah, you slammed that desk. Did we make it? Not quite. Oh, God. Come on. All right. Back again. It's like torture. It was a lot of dabs. Again, this was supposed to be the chill stream, and then we immediately bonked off to the bad place, and it just got out of control from there. But yeah, as we mentioned at the mention of it, that sentence didn't come out right. We have a busy couple of weeks planned for you. With all the pack stuff starting next weekend, over Labor Day, of course. But, like I said, tomorrow... That's a good one to have. Tomorrow we've got a special surprise stream for you, like I said. So 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to go live with something secretive. I can't talk about it yet, but we will announce what it is tomorrow on social media and in our Discord, ! Discord. So if you want to know, that's how you keep up. Or if you're following on Twitch, even though we're not live on there tonight, or here on the YouTube, there's a lot of ways to get your news. I think it'll be one you'll want to check out. And that's all I'll say. Kind of leading into that, we will also have another review prepped and ready for you by early next week. That's all I'm going to say about that. We just gave you the Super Mario Bros. Deluxe review, which I was quite proud of production-wise. And... is that... something's dipping in and out. That might be Lumia. Lumia might be having some trouble here, too. That light change was from Xerox's, yeah. Session has been reset. All right. Lumia's cranky, folks. The lights are cranky. We're gonna boot that back up in the background, see if that helps. Oh, we love a good sail. Sail! Another review. We've got, I'll tell you, we have a lot of them in the cooker. So, let me think. So we just got Super Mario Bros. Deluxe done yesterday. They go up as pretty much as soon as I'm done with them, which is nice. Most of the time they don't end up sitting in the hopper. We will have one early next week, and there's a couple that I have queued up and in like various states of completion. So with the thinking being, it's hard for me to kind of get back in the review groove after PAX, just because that is such a huge dedicated chunk of time that we're doing content for. So I think, all right. That looks good. So we will likely have something queued up and even something ready to go review-wise pretty soon after PAX as well, which will be good. And I think the one that I have earmarked for after PAX is one that I've had on the docket for a while. I've wanted to do it, and we're finally getting around to it. So that'll be nice. And then, like I said, there are others in kind of varying states of completion in the background, so you'll be getting some fresh content. Don't you worry. Heart cards are debuffed. Probably should have left that 3 because that's not gonna trigger, right? Nope. Unfortunate. Just almost clearing that flush out. With a 2, no less. That's just... This was a waste. Kind of. Not really. The hard part with using like the raised fist one against flushes is you don't always have great control over what those low cards are that are sitting in your hand. It's hard to intentionally play them out. So you don't get the benefit you do of some other more focused types of hands. So in this deck in particular, where it's just the spades and the hearts, right? A little more challenging to work with. See, like that I can play with a little bit, but I'm not touching the heart side, so I'm kind of stuck with that 4 unless I discarded. And that doesn't guarantee that you'll get better from there, so... You can play with it a little bit. Like, I don't have enough money. Like we were saying, too, we are putting together the PAX West coverage. And some of the things we were doing, like I said, we have the partnership with Landfest going again, so we'll be doing another charity stream live from the show floor. We haven't announced specific times or what we're going to play or how it's all going to work yet, so do stay tuned for all that information. Probably next week we'll be rolling that out. We'll be starting to hint at some of the things that we're going to be covering and when that's going to happen and what that's going to look like. So probably throughout tomorrow night's stream, as well as what's probably going to be Tuesday night's stream next week, you're going to want to pop by because we're going to start peeling back what we have planned for West, which is going to be exciting. I'm really pumped for this year's show. It looks like this con in particular is going to be absolutely ridiculously stacked with games. You can go look yourself at, some of the vendors who are attending this year, and a lot of them have announced their lineups for what's going to be at their booths. There are a couple in particular that are monstrously packed and stacked and are going to be obscenely busy. One in particular, if you can guess the one that I'm thinking of, I won't even have to guess, I'll tell you. It's not like it's a secret. I don't like either of those. Nintendo's booth this year is off the wall bonkers. And Lumia's still screwing up. Something is wrong, chat. Something is awry tonight. So if we Google Nintendo PAX West 2025. I'm just going to read a little bit. 2 Nintendo booths will feature games on Nintendo Switch 2, including, get ready for this, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon Legends ZA, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Borderlands 4, and more. That, mic drop. That line is going to be capped from the moment the show opens until the moment the show closes, all 4 days, no questions asked, no exceptions. That is the wildest lineup you can possibly imagine. So that's, again, Kirby Air Riders and Pokemon Legends ZA, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Those will require the kind of Warp Pipe Pass reservation system that they do for these things sometimes. So you won't be able to just go walk up and play those. You'll have to have a specific appointment on a specific day. The registration period is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. First come, first serve. That website's going to crash. Honestly, though, maybe even bigger than that. I mean, obviously we have Borderlands 4, which is huge. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Hades 2, but Silk Song. Hollow Knight Silk Song, playable at the show without a pass required for it. It is going to be absolute pandemonium. I don't even know where to begin with that one. That one is not a pass. That one is not anything that you have to explicitly sign up for. that booth is going to be... I can't even imagine. It's going to be nuts. And that's just Nintendo. There are so many other big names going this year with so many interesting titles and a ton of cool stuff that we're going to get to check out. So there will be no shortage of coverage, folks. That much is for true. Probably should have not done that. It's as good as we're gonna get. Will it be enough? Yes. That works for me. Cash it out. Oh, I want that one. I want it. I want all of these. This is bad. Well, this isn't gonna work, so I don't know why I even went in on this. We're not hitting 32K. We're just bailing right out of that. Well, no one said it was going to be easy. You know? Okay, let's see. Both Eternal. When 0 discards are... I mean, we can maybe work with that. Now we have to. Only 15 malt. How helpful will it be? Who's to say? We can ride that for a while longer. Just so long as we get to one of these, and we do. That's all you need. That's all you need. Love this boy. So now we can queue right up to more packing, and that'll help us out immensely. None money. Gotta keep the suits consistent. Wowee. Oh, so close. But we'll take that. Hello. And we're still coasting on these low point totals here. That's nice. Get to packing. That's good. We'll definitely get our discards in here. Now we gotta stack up a little bit here. Did we get money for the boss blind? Did I have that? No. Oh my! Ooh! Well, that's excellent. That's worth going to none money, I think. Let's watch this. Cause watch this. Hey. Bam. Nice. Now we can't sell that, but we can sell that one eventually. And consumable card. We can sell this at the end, and that's going to be worth a lot of money. Can't buy it. Can't afford it. Never mind. None money. It's the curse of none money. So close. That was enough. We just wanted to bank that, give us some money before we're back at none money. Boom. Okay. Well, we always get something out of this for flushing. And that's helpful. Lose $1 per card played. Not ideal. Can we get out of this? With just one hand. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Even with the new level up here. It's not. Alright, well that's going to hurt. Literally none money. Negative money now. Give me money. Money me. Money now. A money needing a lot now. Been watching a lot of It's Always Sunny lately. I wish I could right now. That would just be the bee's knees. So that I'm thinking about that a lot. Give me money. Money me. Any like Charlie's Illiteracy collection on YouTube or somewhere similar just hits you right in the cackles, don't it? Okay, we're just sort of dancing our way through this. Oh, that would be great. Can I get it? I can. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We should be fine. I would like the money, but I don't want to risk not being able to play my way out of this, so I'd rather take the sure thing. Let's not be greedy. Get a little interest out of it anyway. But now if we can get some flushes up there, that would be huge. But now, I didn't buff up at all here, so we're gonna have to dance our way out of this a little bit. We'll just get there if we can have... We need flushes on all four hands here, it looks like. And pretty robust ones at that. So far, so good. Really, though? That is goddamn tragic. Don't you love that? Last hand and you're that short. Does you dirty like that. Sometimes that hurts. Sometimes it hurts ye. It's fine. Let's see if we can't. Well, I can save up for that one. That should be where we want to go with it. Being able to guarantee pull out of those planet packs is very, very nice. Because this is just an all flush run here, more or less. I do like the deck a lot. It's very casual. It's very like no think, more or less. So it's a nice kind of very, very casual relaxation kind of deal, and it's fun in its way. You maybe don't get as many fun, wacky combinations of things since you are kind of just driving at flushes the whole time, but I don't mind. How we all doing out there? We're just kind of chilling here. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Hypocritic GG streaming live on just YouTube tonight. Sorry and apologies in advance, but technology has decided we're gonna struggle bus it this evening. The lights and the D20 system's been a little out of whack. Twitch has been broken the entire night. Sad but true. So we're quite literally playing the cards we're dealt, metaphorically and very literally. So it goes. Hope you're all doing well, though. How's your week's been? Like we said, we got a very busy few days coming up for the channel here with... We're going to have like 2 reviews done inside of a week. That's going to be amazing. We have a very special and secret stream coming at you tomorrow night, probably around 9-10 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for an announcement on what exactly that is and what you should expect, because that's all coming. Get hyped. It's going to be a cool one. I think folks are going to enjoy it. So that'll be worth popping in for, I think. What else we got now? Ooh. That's a huge one for us. We're gonna steamroll these next few with that alone. Build on it, take advantage of it, use the momentum. Boom. Feed me more flush cards. Yes. Oh, baby, more. Good heavens, look at the time. Is it time for a D20? Yes, it is, Vince. Okay, here's our D20. We're rolling, rolling, rolling. That's a 9. 2 shirts at once? Oh, no. You know what? Ironically enough, I don't have another shirt to put on. I usually come prepared. Not tonight, so I will go get one. I got 2 shirts. Let me finish this hand up, and then you'll get a chair stream. You'll get the legendary chair stream for a minute. Okay. Chair stream it is. 2 shirts for me. Be right back, y'all. Study this map carefully. Don't follow me. We have done it. What are you saying here, Vince? Yes, we have 1 shirt, but why not 2 shirts? Chair stream. We love a good chair stream. All right, we're putting it on. You know how we do. And there it is. You can see it underneath. You can see it on top. I can feel the layers. We got 2 shirts. It almost looks like a turtleneck at this point. I'll even stack those. So if someone rolls another 9 tonight, we're just gonna keep putting shirts on. It's that scene in every movie where they can't fit all of their stuff into their luggage and have it be underweight. So they wear all their extra stuff. So they're like waddling off the plane and, you know, 5 jackets and 6 shirts and 3 pairs of pants. That's me. And you love it, probably. Trying to make it more obvious that I have 2 shirts on. You could see that. Ooh, we gotta do this in the right order. Here comes the flush. And then we play the fool. We love us the fool. Because then we get another flush. Bam. We are just grinding on through this. Start with 0 discards. Who even needs them? Oh, baby. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm feeling better about this one. Here we go. +1 hand size. No. Not yet. We do love bonus cards, though. And since we're here, we're already under the interest threshold. It's a lot of lucky cards, boo-boo. Twitch, yeah, well, Fort, Twitch never lived. You can't kill what's never been alive. We've been having a lot of technical difficulties tonight, and sometimes your services just don't play ball. So we had to turn Twitch off pretty early on. It was not feeding the video, but people could still comment, which I thought was weird, but it was confusing, and I didn't want to... Couldn't be troubleshooted, so... Thanks, though. How you doing? Did you get your West, Did you get your West pass yet? To
West you go, young man.
It's chill Balatro night tonight, and I'm already 2 shirts deep. You see this? We're in the bad place with the D20s, in case you were curious. think we're gonna need some Joker help up here pretty soon. I mean, that's a good start. If you know a hotel that isn't $300 a night, I would definitely consider it. Is that even all they are? I mean, I have to imagine everything around the convention center at this point is either long sold out or obscenely expensive. Like, prohibitively expensive. How far away are you willing to be? I think is the question there. I can be easily convinced even if I am broke. Even for like a day or two. You've seen how many incredible games are going to be there. And how stacked this roster is. Money now. I've seen 400 plus. Even like kind of far out there. I mean, I would not be surprised in the slightest. Even Bellevue. Wow. 300 plus for Bellevue. Aggressive. I'm gonna hold on to that so we can get it with the ×3. That's nice. That sucks. Honestly, it's getting the same way with East, to be upfront with you. We pay so much more nowadays for hotels for East than we ever used to. For the past couple years, East for us, for the like if we drive out there Wednesday and leave on Monday, so that's what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 5 nights. We're paying at least $2,000. Even if we book way ahead of time, which, you know, time was when those ones opened up right across the street from the convention center. It would be half that. That's what's become kind of challenging about going to some of these shows is how much just accommodations have become in recent years. And I mean, travel generally gets expensive and things obviously skyrocket around those busy weekends anyway. Ooh. Nice. But that is pretty tough. And Chad, if you've been to any of these shows in recent years, maybe you feel something similar on that. But it is tough out there. And the shows definitely, to, you know, some degree, don't feel as accessible as they used to. And compounding that with it being a holiday weekend, with PAX West falling on Labor Day weekend, is also pretty challenging from that point of view, and I'm sure that doesn't help. Now, I mean, obviously, places like Boston, with the limited number of hotels in the immediate seaport area, obviously that skyrockets like crazy. Seattle, I honestly haven't checked since we booked ours, and we booked ours, I think, like right at the beginning of this next cycle. So like as we were leaving last year's West, we booked our hotel for this year. Maybe a little presumptive of us to assume that we were going back, but wanted to get ahead of the curve there if we could. Found a hostel for $120. I mean, let's run an experiment. You and I together. I'll just do a quick search while this is running. I'm going to Seattle. Let's even just say for part of the show. Let's say in on Sunday, out on like Tuesday, let's say. So you get Sunday and Monday. If we view it on a map. Just for the sake of it here. Are we gonna hit this one? I hope so. First I gotta remember where the convention center is. Which is not a guarantee. There we go. Belltown, Denny Park, so somewhere around there. Yeah, everything downtown in Seattle is at the absolute cheapest. Oh, that's even like down by the Space Needle. That's not even... That's not close by, is it? There we go. Seattle Art Museum, downtown Seattle. Here we go. We got it. Yeah, forget it. High fours is the absolute cheapest you're going, probably down that way. Even, you gotta go like out past the airport probably to... Or, yeah, way down to find something that's like even reasonable, and that's a motel. Yeah, it's tough out there. Is the lesson to be learned? Oh, we're decreasing our played hand with every go-to. I'm wondering why this is getting worse. We just hit that one. Okay, so we can't afford any more screw-ups. We have the money to spend, at least. This will help. This will earn a little bit of that back. More glass cards, that's good. That puts us kind of backward, actually. But how often do you get the royal flush? You gotta play it. We didn't trigger the card sharp, though, so maybe don't do that again. No, that's a different hand, too! Come, no! Oh, what am I doing? Or no, straight flush. We had a straight flush before? Oh, no, so does that mean we didn't have a regular flush this hand? Oh, no. Oh, did we fuck up? Did we goof? We might have goofed here. No, don't tell me that. No, we're good. I don't know why. All right, I got the straight flush and the royal flush count for similar count for that. I don't know. Your boy wasn't paying attention. We're just going to try to load that mult up with these crappy little guys. Just to give us some leverage. If held in hand, we can accommodate that, I think. Considering we're not playing it anyway. Ooh. Double the glass. We'll even save one. We'll even save one. That's a solid score. We'll do it again. I'm not even getting any bookings for that weekend. It's all for starting on Monday. Like, there aren't even any rooms available? There's gotta be. That would be wild. I'll eat my fucking flex tape. Or maybe anything at the like hyper cheap places, right? And that's where you're focusing. I saw 270 for 2 nights and I got excited. That would make it more doable, right? All face cards are debuffed. Good start. I think we'll be good here. Get that flush, baby. Nice. Big old flusheroo. We had a hand to spare. Still kind of pushing it a little bit. We have the money. We don't really need more money. Money me. Money now. We're going to do it anyway. Mostly for that. Maybe I'll plan it for next year tomorrow. That's so unfortunate. Even like an Airbnb or a Vrbo, there's no like kind of local options through there. Those you could potentially get a deal on, even if it's like just a small studio just for you and just for those couple of nights. I think there's badges still available for all 4 days, so it really just depends on your schedule. Boom. All right, we're doing good here. Just keeping that flush train going. Already at level 12. That's nice. 90,000. And lose $1 per card played. That never excites. Big scores, though. Oh, and we get all the goodies here. We get to keep the planet card. We got the steel. We're good. All right, so far, so nice. Well, we have the money here, so let's look at the Joker packs. Nothing exciting in here. Open this. A lot of holding at the end of the round. We gotta give ourselves a fighting chance here. Oh, that's a nice one. We're gonna bump up to that one. That doesn't give us any more value, though. Intriguing. Uncommon Jokers give... Oh, that's okay. Plus 10. I can't sell that anyway. So I can do this, and since I have an uncommon joker, that almost makes up for it. So that's pretty good. All right. Lose $1 per hand played. Let's see if we can walk away from this with any money. See how much this helps us. Didn't even play that. Didn't even leverage it. So glad the high card is upgraded now. Hopefully we get out of here on this one, and we should. It broke, but it was worth it. Other than that, Fort, how you doing? How y'all doing? Catch me up. We got some folks trickling on in here. This is good. Just on the YouTube tonight. Again, the services we use and love don't always play ball with us, unfortunately, and we are coming up on the end of this this run here, which has been a good one. Some quality stuff. Oh, that's a nice one. 100 thou. We can do 100 thou. See, you gotta play it so that I can discard a flush to start. And upgrade. And we walk right into it. Nice. Damn, really? Not ideal. Probably didn't do that super well. Oh, we got over on that one. And both flushes up here. Ooh. That went really, really well. That was close, but it ended up going really well. Maybe not super duper helpful here. You gotta see. So starting with that, we can discard right away, and that's good. And now we can roll. Okay. I realized too late that I have free will and could actually go to PAX. You know, that free will sneaks up on you. And gotta keep it in your back pocket for times just like this. Ain't that the truth? Ugh. One short. But that gives us another planet card, which is good. Airbnb, $221 a night is the cheapest I could find. But you can actually book that, right? That one's available. And like reasonably close by, maybe, hopefully. How many planets can we buy? We're up to level 21 on the flushes. That's pretty fun, isn't it? One random joker disabled every hand. That's fine. We're launching right into this. That's fine. Getting those upgrades. Big time, baby. This one might get us there. And it does, big time. We did it! Look at that! It took a while, but we got there. And that is 61 flushes played. Let's keep going in endless. And then we'll probably have time to start one more fresh run after this and hopefully have it make a deep go of it here. We just taking advantage of the burn box. A lot of points. It's a lot of pointage. Level 25 flush. How about that? Tarot card of hand. Okay, no. Oh, look, a flush. Level 26. We're just out here having fun with it. Level 27. Why not? What's the highest you've gotten that level, chat? Tell us all about it. That's a nice one. Ooh. A lot of value here. Oh. Oh, yeah. We're going to dip right out on that one. So while this is still going here, chat, we're going to run through our programming notes one more time. As we come up on PAX West... Oh, that's a huge one. That is huge. I will get rid of this one at this point. Add that to the mult. I like that. Okay, programming notes. Right, so it's a busy couple of weeks for us. West is like I said, just a little more than a week away, which is very exciting. We've got a lot of content even coming before that. We just put up the review of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe here on the YouTube channel. Oh, I gotta declare it. So hope you've been enjoying that. If you have seen it, obviously we're streaming tonight, and we have a mystery surprise stream for you tomorrow night around 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. So get ready for that. We'll announce what it is in the morning because I can't tell you what it is just yet until tomorrow morning, and you'll understand why. But that'll be a fun one, and that'll lead into another new review that goes up early next week, which is also very exciting. And then there will be one more stream after that. So in like a week's time, from like Tuesday to Tuesday, you'll have 2 reviews going up, and you'll have 3 streams, plus maybe some shorts. So that's a pretty good chunk of hippo for the week, if I do say so myself. That was the dice roll flickering, but I didn't see any dice rolls. Does Verbo not give you exact directions? No, I'm trying to map the distance because I don't think it gives exact addresses until after you book. So you get the general neighborhood of where you're staying or where your place is, but you don't get the exact location until you book it. I didn't even get iframes. The die is rigged. You went straight to crash out, so that does happen from time to time. Are we getting out of the bad place? There's a D20. Okay. We haven't had one in a minute, but we are still in the bad place here. Xerox has returned from their second ban of the night. And we do. I swear these are not called, like at all. But we are out of the bad place as Xerox commands it. So we're back to the normal dice rolls. I don't know that we've ever actually even gotten out of the bad place once we're in it, have we? That's interesting lore that I don't have at my fingertips. Sunday to Tuesday for $2.29 a night is not terrible. I'm with you on that one. Ka-ching. I'm a fucking god. I don't know how. And that is wild. Pretty much, I think, what? 3 for 3, 2 bans, and a bad place ban, unban. That's. I'm gonna have a talk with these dice when we're done here, because this is uncanny. I don't even know how that can happen. These games just keep showing up in my house while I'm sleeping, man. All right, we got a D20 from Fort. You want to call your shots on this one, Fort? Guess the dice are taking requests tonight. That's a 2. And that's a fart noise. I gotta look you dead in the eyes while I do it. That's the rule. You're welcome. All right, what do we got? Malt cards. We haven't had any malts go out, have we? I like that. Stick with the devil you know, not the devil you don't. I wish all the services would get their shit in gear here. I swear those are all queued up from like 20 minutes ago. Oh, don't we all love the eye contact? That's just the way these things go. These are big numbers, but will they be enough? Let's find out. Last hand. No help off of there. Not quite. All right, well, that was still a good one. We can bump it up one more. -1 discard for the blue stake. Let's go with this deck again. We're just in a flush kind of mood tonight. And we're skipping all the way to it. Spades are disabled, but we play our flushes anyway. Is it a waste? Kind of. Do we regret it? No. Not yet, anyway. So we get $25 off of that. So why regret it? Whoa! Oh, that's a nice one. It's eternal and it's polychrome. We love it. $1 at end of round. Payout increases by $2 when boss blind is defeated. Okay. And that'll help us too. And a pack. It's the only one we can really take, and that's kind of free discard fodder anyway. Boom. Random Joker card. That helps. That actually helped. Appreciate it. Damn you. I'm starting to believe. Are you actually going to be able to pull this off? So what, you're somewhere in California, right? So that's just hopefully a decently quick flight for you, and then bing, bang, boom? Would we see each other? Not just internet friends, real life friends? Crazy. Oh, we love discard fodder. Dude, I might. Hey, we're ready for you if you do. And I mean, you've seen how completely stacked a lot of these booths are going to be. Because let's take a look, chat. Let's all go look together at the PAX West 2025 exhibitor list and some of the notable names and what they're bringing. So the featured ones at the top of the page that PAX themselves highlights. And you're going to see how radically different a list this is than even East, especially with some of these big name vendors, which really don't attend East like they used to. 2K Games, 2 booths, Alienware, Bandai Namco, Battlestate Games, Capcom, Crimson Desert, again, Daedalic Entertainment, Games from Poland, Gravity Company Limited, Larian, again, Lenovo Legion, Newverse, Ocean Drive Studios, Path of Exile 2, System Era, Yukio Studios, Wizards of the Coast, Zenny, not to mention, you know, a little company called Nintendo of America, Inc. In case you were wondering. Razer was at East as well, and that was nice. One group that I don't see, unfortunately, is Riot. I was hoping that we were going to be able to sync up with them again and do some more Riftbound coverage at the show, but probably not. Alas. Now, of those big names, you know, let's go in and take a look at what they're bringing. So Bandai Namco at PAX West. Code Vein 2, Little Nightmares 3, Digimon Story, Time Stranger, My Hero Academia, All Justice. So that's all happening. With even more than that, Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, Pac-Man World 2 Repack, that's fun. The Blood of Dawn Walker and Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, all at the Bandai Namco booth, which is nuts. Of course, Nintendo is going to be an obscenely big draw, even more so than they usually are. Kirby Air Riders and Pokemon Legends ZA Nintendo Switch 2 Edition via that Warp Pipe Pass system that they have. So you have to kind of reserve a time slot to take a look at those particular games. And then floating around the booths, Borderlands 4, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Hades 2, and not least of which, Hollow Knight Silksong! Playable in the US for the first time ever at Nintendo's booth out in the open. That line is going to cap immediately. All 4 days. No questions asked. Absolute lunacy. Incoming. First ever Hippo West Coast fan meetup, just me. That would be true. What's a good website for flights? I usually just get them off of Google Flights if I'm not booking on United. That's how I would normally have done it. I don't know that places like Kayak or Expedia are much better. And especially with that, it's typically a lot less hassle to just book with the airline directly. I will admit, being the corporate hoe that I am, I do have status on United, so I basically just book through them exclusively. And I live, not to give all the details away, but close enough to Newark Airport where that is our main airport, and that is one of United's biggest hubs. So we really luck out on that one. Who else? I thought Ubisoft was going. They're not. 2K. 5 Hour Energy is going to have a booth there. That's going to be trouble. 2K Games PAX West 2025. Probably Borderlands 4 is going to be the main thrust of it there. Who else did we have in the featured category there? We want this. Alienware, Capcom. What's Capcom bringing? There's a panel. I don't know that they've revealed that yet. Some of this stuff does trickle in just a couple of days before. So that'll be interesting. Flights, self-doxed. Flights are 600 round trip. Wow. That's ridiculous. I almost made it. No alternate airport, huh? No trains. There may be a viable train option. We love trains. Trying to be creative about it. Not even using the summit here. The Mystic Summit. We do love money. That's tempting, but no. Extra large blind. I don't fear you. Only 2 discards. You strengthen me. More money. That is a great red seal on that one. It works whether we keep it in our hand or play it. I don't think a train system goes all the way to Seattle from near me. That is a shame. I forget where in Cali-ish you are. Stop giving me hope. I'm trying! Trying to help. 2 random tarot cards. Nothing helpful here. We get part of our money back. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Nothing cool there. We're about halfway through. That gives me the 15 malt. That would give me ×3 if that weren't there. Rocket is really putting in work here. I'm not using it, so let's just try it without. See what happens. Oh, well, that was a quick fix. A lot of multiplying here. So that's when a playing card is added. Okay. Two random planet cards, not helpful, but we get the money out of it. Minor setback here. We're going to take the money. It's pretty good. Oh. Oh, yeah. Then this kind of becomes irrelevant. Then it's like all multipliers. Man. Yeah, and if it was that other game where we were just looping planets like infinitely, that would have been very, very fun. 27 hours by train. Should I do it, chat? Chat. It's not just me giving these opinions here. Convince Fort to do it. It's on you now, chat. You have to be the ones to encourage the degeneracy. Make it happen. Make it happen for all of us. That is a lot of train. Is it cheaper, at least? Like, cheap enough to be worth it? That immediately broke. That's not fun. $270 compared to 500 round trip. That is a substantial decrease. Instead of an opinion on that, Xerox gives the D20. We'll do it. Let's do that now before we get too much farther here. Shaky, 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 shake. 27-hour train ride or a 2-hour flight. Well, how badly does that monetary difference factor in for you? 8. Hit that gritty. Aside from everyone going into fight or flight. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to get up. That's the one I didn't want, because then I got to get up and I got to do stuff and I'm so tired and the camera's going to follow me and hitting the gritty. Hitting the gritty. Camera can't even keep up with me. We're too powerful. We are genuinely too powerful for it. Well, Xerox says train ride. Maybe it's a scenic one up and down the coast. That is a lot. I hope it's like one of those with a sleeper car, because that would be pretty brutal. $1K just for travel and hotel. Now you got me wondering how much we spent on it. You want me to look it up for you? Because I will. I believe, so because we booked so far in advance and we're pretty close to the convention center, our hotel, with all of us hippos in it, will be about $600 some a person. So there's your, but that's for a full week, because we're going Thursday to Thursday, I believe. So that's not terrible. For an entire week in a place, 600 a piece is not too bad. Let's see. I booked my flights separately. So I'm just pulling some of that data up for you for comparison's sake. Going to Seattle was how much? What are those cabin upgrades? First class is now $1,100 per person, so that's probably not going to happen. Bear with me here, chat. I'm sorry. I thought I had the numbers handy, but they're maybe not right there. Let's see. Okay, so the flight out to Seattle is $245. The flight home from Seattle is $213. So what? 213 plus what did I say? 245 or something like that. 245, yeah, plus. So about $460 for travel. Just the flights, 600 some odd. So yeah, that's about $1,000 on our end also for travel. Now, admittedly, that is over a much larger chunk of time if you're looking at just a couple days. This is why you got to get in, unfortunately, really, really early with this sort of thing. And it's hard even for us to sort of mitigate that sometimes. Because if you're not on it basically a full year in advance, it becomes really cost prohibitive quite quickly, which is unfortunate. Like I said, even with getting on top of it early, like the next day after the dates are announced, we still are gonna end up paying like over $2,000 probably for our hotel for East total. So that'll be what, like $700-800 a person, and that sucks. Those are tough pills to swallow. Obviously, it's still very fun, and we choose to stay closer. Obviously, you can stay farther away and pay less, but because our thought is always we have so much stuff with us, and we carry and use so much gear at these shows, that extra cost is worth it for us. Just in terms of how much less ground we have to cover with all of these heavy ass bags and all this heavy equipment with us. That's worth it. And that's always kind of been the case. Well, it's always been the case that we prefer to stay as close as possible. Just over the past couple of years, we've really, really prioritized it. And thankfully, we've been in a position where we're able to do that. And that is $45 off of one round there, which is just nuts. The comparison is bringing me back to really cool. Hire me quick so I can claim it as a business expense. I'll be Justin's assistant. Honestly, the man needs an assistant. I mean, we all do, but he and Teresa really haul ass at these shows, and they bust their balls for y'alls to bring you A+ content the entire time. That would be a luxury. All right, Xerox is trying to spot call a 13. We're gonna shake it up real good. Not this time. That is a 9. That is changing the shirt. Well, I'm gonna, since I already have 2 on, what I'm gonna do is step off camera here. Unless it follows me. And just go back to my original shirt. Maybe we'll wear the old one as a nice ascot here. How about that? For the outer shirt. I've seen him with the full gear suit. He really does his best, and we love him for that. I'm gonna tell him you said that. I'm gonna tell him that you said nice things. He's gonna be embarrassed. I think he's on like this ridiculous run of work. Because he does a lot of media, like kind of setup and tear down and union stuff outside of Hippo as his like normal day job. And Teresa does too. So he'll go, you know, set up stages and work audio, video, lights, you know, for live productions, tear them down, whatever. A lot of corporate gigs, a lot of music festivals. I think he's going from gig to PAX to gig. So he's packed for like a month of travel all at the same time. The man never stops. I had to convince him to do, we did the Control-Alt-Deal review a few weeks ago. I was out on vacation for my birthday, and I didn't bring my microphone, and I was working on it while I was out on vacation, and I asked him to record the voiceover because I didn't bring a microphone or anything, and he did. Despite his incredibly busy schedule, he narrated that one for us, which was nice. And we like to shake it up a little bit, so it's not always just my voice you hear, and it's not always just my face you see. Although I am really the content guy, there are three of us. And whenever Silksong happens, so there's an announcement tomorrow for Silksong, which has been poured over by the community, and everyone's losing their minds. The hope was that it was going to be a shadow drop, and that it would just come out tomorrow. If that was the case, then I would bump my stream to like Friday or Saturday so that Teresa's plan is, which I'm sure she's talked about, as soon as Silksong comes out, like the day it comes out, she is streaming the entire thing until she like collapses from exhaustion. So that would be fun. But we don't know what that announcement's going to be, so there's much interest across the internets on this one. It's a lot of malting. It's all guaranteed. Flush or spades there, that's good. None of that is helpful. Well, these are all hearts. That's also very helpful. Yeah, no, 1.1k with taxes just for 3 days is wild. That's pretty hard to swallow. How dare I give you hope? I know, I'm just, sometimes those last minute plans can come together. You know, it's always worth trying, is how I would consider that. Honestly, what you should do, get a reasonable flight out to Philly and do PAX Unplugged with us. That's a good time. That's always very chill. Or West next year. And I mean, it is different for us, like I said, because we booked this so far in advance, had the luxury of doing a full week. Which, ironically enough, not all of us are gonna get to do, because I think Justin flies out like right after it ends on Monday to go to another gig and another job. So he's not even getting to enjoy the whole thing. And with my work schedule, I will probably have to bail out before the full week on our end as well. So none of us get to actually fully enjoy the week despite planning for it. Them's the breaks. Adulting is hard. but we do our best. I could be convinced to go back to Philly. Hey, now. Think about it. Still got a few months for that one. That's what? Unplugged is September, October, November, like 3 months away still. You never know. Actually, see, that's why I always get the tarot. One thing that is nice about the YouTube stream, though, I know that Twitch has been down tonight, and we haven't been live on there. I think because of our small channel size, and when there's low viewership, it only maxes out its output at 720p. On YouTube, we're able to get the full 1080p 60 output that we normally do, plus the pretty high, what do you call it? Bitrate that we use. So it should look a lot better on YouTube than it does on Twitch at any given time. So kind of a helpful little bit getting in the way, because you get the stream in a much higher quality than you probably do on Twitch. So West is usually over Labor Day weekend, is my understanding. Now, this is only our second PAX, so PAX West, so don't necessarily have all of that context yet, but that's my understanding. At least the past 2 years, it's been Labor Day. And I mean, you can go back and check dates that it, you know, usually falls on. One thing that I've heard also is you can check the convention center's booking schedule for when West and East kind of take them over. That's how someone went into the convention schedule, or the convention center's scheduling for East, and estimated out correctly so far all of the dates for PAX East up through 2029, which I think is amazing. I don't know if a similar activity has been done for West, but that's pretty cool. East fluctuates. So East does not have a set weekend that it is. It's usually sometime in the late winter or early to mid-spring is generally when that happens. So, for example, PAX East was, I think, mid-May this year. PAX East 2025 was May 8th through the 11th was East this year. PAX East 2026 will be March 26th through the 29th, which I think is a little closer to when it normally is. Let's look up PAX West dates real quickly. Timeline of PAX events. Let's see. Just trying to get a list. It looks like it's pretty much always been over Labor Day weekend. More or less. Someone with more experience here maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but that seems to be the general consensus on that one. And we're coming up on the end of this one pretty quickly. 2 useless planet cards, that's fine. So yeah, PAX East is the end of March in 2026, and it looks like West is usually over Labor Day weekend. Unplugged is usually sometime around Thanksgiving time in Philly, so that's usually either what, the day before, or the weekend before, or the weekend after Thanksgiving. I don't know that it's ever fallen on Thanksgiving weekend, and that's usually pretty avoidable. I think most of the time it has, at least as I remember, because I've been to, what, 3 or 4 unplugs at this point? That's been it's usually the weekend after Thanksgiving, but this year it will be the weekend before. Side note, did you see the Helldivers ODS? I did not, but our group Discords have been blowing the hell up about it. And I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. It launches on Xbox soon, doesn't it? I gotta sit down and catch up on a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of trailers I haven't watched. There's a lot of TV that I need to catch up on. I've just been a busy bee. I gotta catch up on things. Was that worth it? I don't know. Steel card enhancement. Maybe after this one. Right before PAX, of course. So that'll have to be the focus once we get back from PAX, is what you're telling me. Probably won't have the scheduling time or the bandwidth to play it before PAX, but after, I'm all for it. Live trailer reaction for YouTube Shorts when the algorithm requires a sacrifice. Probably, I would have probably had to do that the day that it was announced and came out. Now that we're so far past it, there's probably not a lot of algorithmic juice left on that particular deal. Nice. We got a lot of money here. This is helpful. I can re-roll forever. I like having the ×2 though, so we're not going to do that. All cards debuffed until 1 Joker sold. I probably should have done that, so I can get rid of that. Wasn't paying attention. Two steel cards back here. That's pretty good. I need a flush to get out of this. Don't you dare break now. Okay. I was gonna say that would be we get to the very last hand on the very last round before we clear it, and that's when the deck breaks. No. Not today, Haas. We win again. Ba-bam. We'll go into endless mode, and then once we crash out of endless mode here, I think we'll call it a night. And that's all with just 3 jokers up there. Imagine the potential. I almost never use that one, so that was fun for me. Give me money. Money me. Money now. That might be helpful. That would also take me to ×3 on the stencil, though, so I don't know. What's the right answer here? These are all going to be something. That is awesome. Decently strong hand here, but it's going to need to be stronger. We love being like 20 points short. Oh, 200 points. You see what I'm saying? Some minute amount of points at this stage of the game. That is a lot of money. We love our steel cards. This is probably a little more helpful at this point. Ooh. Kinda gotta go there. ETW, you sold me on mini metro. You mean mini motorways with that next review? It's going to be my next deck game when it's on sale. That is great to hear, first of all. And that's nice of you. It is all true, though. Mini motorways is such a damn good game. 4.5 Gloobies out of 5 on our end, and so well deserved. It is incredibly fun. Easy to get into and to lose yourself in. And it's just one of those stupidly addictive casual games where you pick it up really quickly and there's enough depth to keep you engaged and the loop is so tight. The gameplay loop is just, oh, chef's kiss. It's great. So I'm glad to hear that. That review didn't do super duper well compared to some of the others recently, but that's go tell the developers about that, Dinosaur Polo Club. Hey, they convinced me to buy this game. Be nice to them. that'll be what kicks us up a notch for sure. I don't know what I was thinking there. I didn't like any of that. It's a lot of points going out. We love to see it. On top of all the podcast or the content going on, I was gonna say, dude, let's do another episode of the podcast. It's been a pretty it's gonna be a pretty content heavy month here on Hypocritic GG, and even more so once West starts, obviously. But you know, in this span from like Tuesday to Tuesday, from yesterday to next week, you're gonna have 2 full reviews. You're gonna have at least 3 live streams. You're gonna have probably a new episode of the podcast, and then we're sliding into PAX West season. So don't say we never did nothing for you. All right, I think that's worth... There's 3 uncommon jokers here. That's pretty spicy. We were over $200 on that one, too. I'll keep that one. I don't want to, but I will. We have a D20. Let's start with that one with Xerox here before we go into the next hand. Shake it up good. That's a 14. Sink into the floor. Just I don't want to get out of the chair. And here we go. Down we go. Oh, do golly, oh me. Hi. Down here. I just kind of pop in like, hello. With the mouth in frame too. Hello. The dramatic camera pan following me with center stage here is just the icing on that sundae, if ever there was. It keeps me pretty well in frame too. I love that feature. I really do. I'm gonna get up now. Yep, we love that. All by itself, center stage. That in this case, it's continuity camera coming from my phone, but you know, meant to keep the subject in frame during FaceTimes and video calls, and you know, with enough camera resolution and the right hardware. I think it does a really good job, and it certainly made these streams more dynamic and funny. So I'll take it. And this is cruising. We're on round 25 and counting here. That's good. Well over $200 too. Comedic timing. It's been bred into me from a young age. I gotta be good at something, so. More bonus. Bonus. Still going here. 1,000,006. I think we can hit that. That is just explosive. We get to even discard these. Again, I don't really get to use that one a whole lot, so that's kind of nice. So many upgraded cards. Wow. It's powerful stuff. That's the kind of tune-up you need on these, it seems. That was not enough. This one will be, though. $226 and counting. Flush is going rogue. Not much helpful there. There's no more. I might be willing to sacrifice that for this. 57, yeah. I lose the 1.5x on that, but that's a very, very big boost to the mult. So let's see if that pays off. Play only one hand for 1,000,000? Oh, God, I didn't even look at this. I only get one more discard. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's very bad, actually. Alas, this might be it. No! Come on! That's when it sucks. That's when it hurts. That was close. You should. Then that's a good plan for us to have. We'll do one more D20 here. Forts is the last one of the evening. Give it a shaky shake. That's a 1. Well, technically we'd be banished to the bad place, but we are, shame this one turned out to be really good last minute. Yeah. Alas. Worth keeping in mind, though. I mean, obviously it's a great time. We love going to them. Whenever you can, especially if you've never been. They're a very unique experience. We actually have, Sarah's bringing a couple of her friends who are not very in the game sphere to Unplugged this year, and I'm super, super curious to get their reaction to it, because they're very much not, like, ingrained in either board games or tabletop games. I mean, like, they really like board games. We always, you know, Sarah brings over different ones, and they love playing them, but they're not kind of engaged in the same way that we are, if that makes sense. So I'm really, really curious to get their thoughts on Unplugged and their reactions, and you know, bringing people from outside that sort of sphere of influence into it and having them experience it for the first time is always interesting. So that'll be fun. A couple quick programming notes before we wrap up here. Again, it's a loaded week here at Hypocritic GG before we ship off for PAX West. So we had our Super Mario Bros. Deluxe review go up yesterday here on YouTube. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. I think it's one of my best produced ones to date, since I'm usually the review and the content guy here. Obviously, this stream tonight, and then tomorrow night we will have a special, exclusive, and mystery stream for you, probably around 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll update you in the Discord, !Discord, and on Blue Sky as to what that stream is going to be at some point late tomorrow morning or early tomorrow afternoon, so you're not going in completely blind. That will lead into another fresh review that we're pumping out for you early next week. So that'll be really fun and very interesting. And then we'll have another stream for you probably Tuesday of next week before we roll on into West with probably another episode of the podcast in tow somewhere in there as well, probably over the weekend. So you're getting a lot of hippo in the next few days. Probably the next 2 weeks are going to be ridiculously jam-packed with content. So if you're not subscribed or following us on Twitch or YouTube, now's a real good time to do it. Just saying. Thanks so much for tuning in, though, everybody. This was a nice, chill Balatro night, which I think we all kind of needed deep down, whether we want to admit it or not. We got banished to the bad place. The dice went insane, and sometimes you got to have that as well, so we appreciate that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and... well, not Twitch and YouTube, just YouTube tonight. Pretty much. I'm Lou, some call me Cheatspeak, and we'll be back with you tomorrow night for some of that mystery content. So make sure you tune in. We'll also be bringing you, as the next few days go on, even more details about what our plans for coverage is this year, what our plans are for coverage this year of PAX West, including more details on us partnering up with Landfest once again for their charity stream zone, which we will do live from the show floor. Games we'll be covering, interviews we'll be conducting, all that fun stuff. So you'll want to be in the loop. !Discord, joining us here on the channels, on our Blue Sky, all the fun stuff. Scan those QR codes toward the end if you're interested in keeping up. Thanks so much for watching. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.